Dave Van Horn not necessarily sure that that's the case now.
For T.J. Forrest, that is the 8th time he has hit a batter this season. Go back and take a look at this again. Certainly the pitch is inside. Almost looked like it came off the bat from that angle. I'm going to tell you one thing, though. Mark Chapman did not hesitate. I mean, immediately as he turned, he came up with that right arm and pointed to first.
Well, you know, if it hits the bat, though, I think you're able to hear the sound on these aluminum bats. But now our discussion is, guys, can you help me on this? I think Dave Van Horn was basically saying, why don't you bring in your other guys before we commit to this wholeheartedly? And I think they're going to leave Hans over at first base.
How much that Randolph Harvey and Gregory Street can do because they're too far away from the plate.
Okay, so interesting play here. Handled kind of similarly to the other one. These were the two plays that came up that were handled, pretty much the same. The plate umpire has the responsibility of handling this, and how much help can he really get from a base umpire? But the one thing I would say about this, going back to the default setting, you should assume, I think, that a ball that's going to hit the bat or the bat's hands, you should be primarily thinking that that's hitting the bat. Then you can call time, assuming that it doesn't hit the bat and roll out into fair territory. Then you can call time and actually assess what's going on. You notice how Mark Chapman the batter is moving away from him because he's kind of bailing out on the twist out. There's no thought or feeling or view of the batter hurting his hand either right after the hit or right after he gets to first. Everything is routine. And the one thing that I would say to improve on this play is see that. Now, Mark's moving. Mark has a tendency to move a little bit. Okay, watch him move. Ball's going to be foul. It's not clear that it hits his hand. And he comes up right away and puts the guy to first base. If I thought that it hit the bat because I'm hearing it hit the bat and I know it's hitting the bat, then I'm calling time. I'm not putting him to first base. If I have doubts or I think it might hit the guy's hand, if I have doubts, then I'm going to wait for other clues. If you happen to make a mistake here and not allow the guy to go to first, then if it hit him, and I don't think it hit him, but if you ever make the default call and call it foul, say the ball hit the bat as the default call, if you make that call, you can change it. So you can throw your hands up, you can say time, time, and time again if you want to. Read the batter and what he's doing if you seem or you want to have more information. But that did not happen here. There was no read. I mean, he just flat out sent that guy to first base with no read, and now Dave Van Horn's going to come out and argue the call. Well, shit, he's going to argue everything anyway. It's the College World Series. But he's got a damn good argument, doesn't he? Maybe, just maybe, that call was made a little bit too quickly, and how much help could the two umpires, great umpires, how much help could they give? I mean, they really can't give any help. So, all we did was waste a little bit of time, made a premature call that I think would have been taken back with better timing.
Now you're working first with no runners on base. There's a shot to right field that you go out on. You get one look at this play in full motion. Many things that take place in this clip should be talked about in the locker room before the game or series starts. Handle this one.
chance to be a good pro player as well.
1-2, line drive, right field, coming on as Derrigish dives, and he mixed the, is the ball, they're saying it's safe, so going to third base is Gary Brown. Derrigish can't believe it. The ball was in his glove. Well, this has been anything but a routine start to this game. We've seen a hit batter be called back.
Well, I think what happened here with the first base umpire, Dwayne Finley, he sees Garrigus get up, and he doesn't even know he has the ball in his glove. And I don't think he ever saw it on the ground, but he makes a safe call while Garrigus is looking for the ball on the ground. And he catches that.
You can see it in his webbing. Good heads-up play by Gary Brown. He kept on running the entire time.
Well, like I said, he's reading the outfielder. As a hitter, you're trained to read the outfielders. That's why you see some deeks once in a while out there. But right there, when Garrigus doesn't know he catches the ball, and the umpire at first, Dwayne Finley, and they're going to huddle on this one. I don't know if you can call this back because that's his call. It's right in front of him. He sees Garrigus get up, doesn't know he has the ball in his glove, and he makes a safe call.
Why wouldn't Derrigish check his glove?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a good one. I know when the ball hit me in the glove, I usually knew I had it.
Check it first and then look elsewhere.
You know what, though? These outfielders use these big gloves now. I don't know if we can get a shot of what kind of glove he's using out there, but sometimes and he falls and he kind of gets his wrist caught underneath him. You see so many outfielders break their wrists and you get injured on plays like that. You're glad he's okay. But that's probably why he doesn't think he has it in there. And yeah, he does. He uses that big Wilson model there with the big web. And, it's great for making great plays, but, a very small occasion, something like that, he didn't know he had it.
And now they're going to call it an out, which is the right call. The umpires got together. So, of course, here comes Dave Serrano. He wants an explanation. But that is the correct call, as we saw from the replays. It almost looked like Derrigish, if there was a runner on base, was trying to decoy the runner, but there was nobody on base.
I know, and the argument, you're going to get another argument about this call from Dave Serrano for the mere fact.
Here's what's interesting about this play, okay? And to me, of the situations that we presented in Philadelphia, to me, this is one of the best, if not the best, because it shows just ungodly good crew handling situation story. The plate umpire is an ex-AA pro, and God, would I love to have him move to Virginia. Anyway, he, in the plate conference, or in the pregame, told his partners in the pregame that if we get into any trouble, then you will answer the questions to the head coach. And then at some point in time, I will step in and I will take control of the situation. So in this tape, you're going to see that. But let's get the play in the outfield out of the way because I want to get it done. Then we'll finish the video here because the play in the outfield was critical because it allowed us to have the situation come up. So the guy catches the ball. The guy catches the ball. The guy catches the ball. Is there any doubt? The guy catches the ball. He comes up with it cleanly. Did you ever see a ball on the ground? No. Was there something obvious that would make you think maybe he didn't catch it? Maybe, okay? But it's not the ball. It's not in the play. The only thing that happened in this play that makes me think that maybe he didn't catch the ball was the right fielder may not have known he had it, but he did have it. How much does that count? And he turns around and looks behind him because he's wondering if the ball got away. Maybe he's responding to something that's being said. Maybe he knows he has it in his glove all the time. But eventually, he comes up with it in the glove. Did we have to call that play so fast? Could we not have waited a little bit and watched that guy stand up with the ball? Okay? Now, you could say that he was confused a little bit because of the white wristband.